Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another Disney video.
Yeah, we did promise a lot more Disney videos, and we have got
Yes.
the ideas flowing, so...
Yeah. So today's video is going to be our top 3 rides that we must do when we go in 2020, or when you guys go in 2020.
Yeah, so I just thought it would be a good idea, even though Alex hasn't been, we've been through and picked what people have voted as like the most popular rides. I just did a lot of research online. So either most popular for this year because they're new or because they're just classic Disney rides, so they're must-dos. They are not our personal favourites. I've been before and I like a lot of these rides, haven't been on some of them, and Alex hasn't been on any of them. So they're not personal favourites. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, it's just rides that basically everyone says you have to do.
Yeah.
So obviously if you do enjoy it, hit the thumbs up and smash subscribe down below, and let's get into it. So we're going to start things off with the 3 rides at Magic Kingdom, and we're going to start with the Haunted Mansion. So it's located in Liberty Square, and this is on Disney's website. It says climb aboard
Climb aboard
Climb aboard a gloomy doom buggy for a grave journey through a labyrinth of haunted chambers. Spooky.
Spooky. It's not a massively scary ride, like... It is sort of aimed at kids as well, obviously.
Yeah, and it is any height and all ages, so you don't have to worry about like your little ones being too short, or if you're short,
no.
don't have to worry about that.
And obviously, if you like the film The Haunted Mansion, it is based on that. If you've not seen it, I don't think it really matters.
Wouldn't imagine so. You'll still like enjoy the ride.
Yeah, it is good. And dark rides are always popular, I think. And you get that nice little break from being out in the sun as well, which is well needed when you're in Florida.
I can imagine. So the next ride in Magic Kingdom is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This one's located in Fantasyland, and on the Disney website it says, race through the diamond mine from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on a swaying family coaster ride.
I have been on this one.
Yeah.
And it is good. It was fairly new when I last went though, so it was really, really busy.
Yeah, it's quite a popular one with like vloggers.
Yeah, definitely.
Always see people on
it's
that.
It's always vlogged, and yeah, I think the queues are still quite long despite it being not as new as some of the other rides. So maybe that says something about why we've picked it.
Yeah, literally. You have to be 38 inches or 97 centimetres or taller to ride it. It's for kids, teens and adults, and it's classed as a thrill ride with small drops. So the third and final ride for Magic Kingdom is Splash Mountain. That's located in Frontierland, and going by what the website says, it is drop into a what does that say?
Whimsical.
Okay. It says drop into a whimsical world filled with classic characters and songs on this thrilling log flume adventure. Now that sounds good.
You may get wet.
I'm excited for this one, to be fair. It is actually currently closed, though.
Yeah, it's being refurbed at the moment.
Yeah,
as
through
if you've
February.
seen our closure video, you will know. If not, we'll put the link down below.
Yep. And you have to be 40 inches or taller. It's 102 centimetres. Again, kids, teens and adults. It's a thrill ride, obviously a water ride, and it has big drops.
It certainly does.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this one.
It is great. It's okay. That probably is one of my personal favourites. This isn't
like
my
a lot of
favourite
people
video,
say that.
but I love it. And there's a little chill bit at the end where there's more like of the songs and the animatronic like characters, and it's just great.
It's just great.
It's just great. So totally love it. I don't know why I went Australian and it's... So the next park that we're going to look at is Hollywood Studios. So firstly, we've picked Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So obviously, I've not been on this one. It is brand new. It hasn't even opened yet. It opens on the 4th of March. So it will be located at Hollywood Boulevard. And I think it was like the old... It's replaced another ride. It's not like a new one that's been built. It's been changed into this. And it says, zip away on a zany adventure through the cartoon universe crammed with surprises. And it's for any height. And it says, basically, it's for everyone. It includes preschoolers on this one. And I think this is one that a lot of people are going to be excited for because There's not a lot of actual Mickey and Minnie themed rides.
Yeah.
And it's all based on the new like Mickey and Minnie shorts. It's in that style, so I think that one's going to be a definite must do for anyone who's
Sounds
going
like it's
this
going to
year.
be like proper like a family ride.
Oh,
like
100%.
a ride for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. And again, it's an inside ride, so another break from the sun. So the second ride that we have chosen is Slinky Dog Dash. So this is fairly new. I mean, it's new for me. It's located in Toy Story Land, obviously, and it says take off on a family-friendly coaster that twists and turns past giant toys and springs across Andy's oversized backyard. Whoa, that was a lot of words. So you have to be 38 inches or taller. It says it's a thrill ride with small drops, and it's for kids, teens and adults. And I know that fast passes go really quickly for this one.
I think the queues are still like really long.
The queues are still really long, and they have to extend it past the actual queue line. So maybe try your hardest to get a fast pass for this one. We are planning on doing a video on fast passes and how they work. So if you're not sure about that, keep an eye out for our video where we're going to explain everything about them. But yeah, definitely try and get a fast pass for that one if you can. So finally for Hollywood Studios, obviously, as I'm sure most of you are aware, Galaxy's Edge is the new Star Wars land that has opened up. There are a few rides in there, so it was hard to choose between them. We're not massive Star Wars fans personally, but I don't think you actually have to be able to enjoy Galaxy's Edge.
I'm still excited to go to Galaxy's Edge. Like, it looks insane.
It looks like it's such an immersive experience. It's just going to be fun for everyone.
Yeah.
So I have actually picked Rise of the Resistance over Smuggler's Run, mainly because all of the reviews I've seen online, Smuggler's Run, it looked amazing, everyone loved it, and then Rise of the Resistance opened and everyone was like, it's the best ride I've ever been on. Tim Tracker has literally stated it's like his favourite ride of like all time at the moment in a recent video that he did. So obviously it's located in Galaxy's Edge, and it just says join the Resistance in an epic battle against the First Order on this exciting new ride now open. So it's literally only been open for like a matter of weeks.
Yeah, literally. I'd imagine the queues are ridiculous.
At the moment, there's a strange boarding way of you have to get a boarding pass. Yeah. You have to get there at like opening or before opening, because you have to check into the park to be able to get a boarding pass. The boarding pass is selling out within like you don't have to pay for them, but like they're going out within like the first hour of the park opening, and then you'll get given like a time to go back to the ride, and like I think they're like different boarding groups that you get. It's all complicated. Tim Tracker's done a whole video on how you can get onto it. But yeah, so it is extremely popular at the moment. Obviously, if you're going in the later half of the year, things might have changed by then. But you've got to be 40 inches or taller, so 102 centimetres. And it says it's for kids, teens and adults. But there's a lot more sort of like warnings on this one. So it's a thrill ride, there are small drops, it's dark and it's loud. It's very rare you'll see on a ride it says loud.
Yeah, literally. Like even the inside ones, because they can be loud just from being inside. But
so very excited to do all of that, despite not being a current Star Wars fan. We are yet to watch the films.
We are, but we're going to watch it, and I'm sure we'll enjoy it. So.
I'm sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, moving on.
Right, so we're moving on to the next park, and that is going to be Epcot. And we're going to start with Soarin', or apparently its full name is Soarin' Around the World.
I actually didn't know that. I thought it was just called Soarin'.
I learn something new every day.
Yes, you did.
And this is in Future World. Have I already said that? I don't think I've already said that.
I don't think so.
But it's in Future World. It says, take flight on a breezy airborne adventure as you hang glide above the breathtaking wonders of the world. I mean, who doesn't want to see the world?
Exactly. I mean, it's a cheap way to see the world. I mean, it's expensive holiday, but it's cheaper than going around the world.
The actual ride is free.
Yeah.
Just to get to the place and get in the place, and probably cheaper than going around the whole world though.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh really?
Moving on.
Anyway, so you have to be 40 inches or taller. It's 102 centimeters. It's for kids, teens, and adults. And it says it is a slow ride with small drops.
It's very clever technology.
Yeah.
It is. And I know it's a family favourite. Like, kids and, like, older people, adults love it. I think it's just a great all-rounder, really.
Yeah. I it's just one of the ones you probably come off and you're like, that was a good experience kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not like a thriller or anything. It's just like you get off and you're like, that was really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so next up we have got Test Track. This is also at Future World. And it says, design a virtual. No.
Yeah.
It says design a virtual concept car and put it to the test on this thrilling high octane attraction. And I think that's because you can build your own car in like the weight or something.
In the queue there is like a big interactive thing, yeah, and you can design a car, and there's loads going on. It's always quite a long queue, and the queue line it takes you here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah. So it's like an interactive queue.
Yeah, it makes the time go quicker.
Yeah. And you have to be 40 inches or 102 centimetres or taller. It's for kids, teens and adults again, and it says it is a thrill ride with just small drops.
Mm-hmm. You do go extremely fast.
I'm surprised. I was actually quite surprised on think about that there.
Yeah, I think it's like around 60 miles an hour or something, but you're outside and the car doesn't have a roof on it, so it seems faster.
It's a convertible.
That's it. It's a convertible car.
It doesn't have an air.
You can feel the air.
So next up we've got Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is coming in summer 2020, so this year, and it's going to the France Pavilion. And you will shrink to the size of Chef Remy and race through Gusto. Him. Gusto.
I can't remember how you say it.
We usually just say this with no problem. Now I'm like, how do you say it? But
you know who we mean.
You go through his restaurant on a wild adventure. Ooh, sounds pretty good. Because
it's not actually a specific set date that this is to open. There's not actually an actual ride page for it yet, so we don't know like the height restrictions or like the
warnings or
and
whatever.
But I know that there's one in Paris, I believe, which is very similar, if not the same, and that's massively popular. And who doesn't want a Ratatouille ride?
Everyone loves Ratatouille.
Who doesn't love that film?
Actually. But it sounds really good from what it's saying.
Yeah. So I think it's like a trackless ride. I think that's the only thing I can remember. It's a trackless ride. And you're in like the little mouse cart and it goes...
Yeah.
So moving on to the last park for Disney, Animal Kingdom. The first ride we've chosen is Avatar's Flight of Passage. So that is located in Pandora, the world of Avatar. And it says, climb atop a winged mountain banshee for a breathtaking 3D flight over Pandora's otherworldly landscape. So you've got to be 44 inches or 112 centimetres or taller. It's for kids, teens and adults, and it's a thrill ride. So again, this is not really new, but it's new to me, and it's one of those which is again another one which is still really popular, even though it's been there for a couple of years. Another one which is good to fast pass, and I think the whole of the Avatar land is just something which is again so immersive, like Galaxy's
especially
Edge.
at night.
Nighttime is supposed to be incredible there because you have all of the lights, and I haven't even seen Avatar, but I know that it looks pretty.
I love the film like Avatar. Like,
I'm going to watch it
I can't wait to go there.
Before we go, so I can really, really appreciate it. But there's also the other ride, which is Na'vi River Journey, which I think is again another one which is really good, but I think that's more of just like a chill, like sit in a boat and kind of go round one,
cruise.
Whereas that one's more of like a thrill. There's lots of technology.
Yeah. Well, it's like you're flying.
Yeah, ride wise, it's just a lot more advanced. So yeah, that's the first one for Animal Kingdom. So second on the Animal Kingdom list is Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain, which is located in Asia. Don't know why I found that so funny. So it says, careen through icy Himalayan peaks on a speeding train while avoiding the clutches of the mythic? Is that a word? Mythic Yeti. It must be. Surely Disney know their stuff.
Oh, you would have thought so.
So you've again got to be 44 inches or 112 centimetres or taller. It's for kids, teens and adults, and it's a thrill ride with big drops and there's dark sections.
There's a big drop.
It's a bit of everything. You go backwards at one point. If you're into the bigger rides, that's one for you.
Yeah.
Because Disney doesn't have a lot of like big roller coastery type rides, obviously, but that's like probably the closest you're going to get, and it is a good fave.
I wouldn't know. I've been on it.
No.
From the videos, it looks insane.
I mean, you've seen a lot of people on it.
Yeah.
I think one of my favourites to watch was it David and Ian who were on it?
I can't remember, to be honest.
We've seen so many people on it. It might have been David and Ian.
Most likely.
Probably.
Most likely.
And it's just hilarious. It's great. So lastly for Animal Kingdom, I have picked Kilimanjaro Safaris. So this one I'm not sure whether everyone would agree with me is a like must-do ride. It was between this and Dinosaur. The only reason I didn't pick Dinosaur is because that was another like thrill ride that maybe younger kids can't go on. So I was kind of trying to make sure we had something for all ages on here.
Yeah.
So Kilimanjaro Safari is located in Africa. You set off in an open air vehicle for a guided tour of an African savanna and you spot live animals roaming free. So you literally do go round where all of the animals from Animal Kingdom are and you get to see them. You can get quite close. Obviously it depends on what time of day it is and all of that jazz. Yeah. But it's just a nice family ride.
And I think everyone likes a safari.
Yeah.
If you're going along and like you can see a lion, you're going to do it, aren't you?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. And it is for any height and for all ages, and it is a slow ride because you do just cruise along in the truck, having a look around, stopping. Sometimes you have to stop for like 5-10 minutes because an animal's just stood in front of you and won't move. But you know, that's the fun of it. You
get some like good pictures and that.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great opportunity for pictures.
Holiday photos, yeah.
So yeah, that is the 3 for Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, and that is all the parks done with all the rides that we've chosen.
It is. I chose not to put the water parks in this video because I'm not a massive water park person and not a lot of people are, and if you are, you'll probably like the really extreme rides, which I wouldn't even go on. So I thought we'd just leave the water parks out of it. I'm sure there's other YouTubers who have done detailed videos on it. But if you obviously
did want to see one, we could still do one.
If you wanted us to do one, we're more than happy to.
There, so
we are going to be going there. And we could also do one on the Universal Parks and Busch Gardens, which are the other places that we will be going on our trip this year.
100%, yeah. But that is going to be the end of today. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have, hit the thumbs up and smash the subscribe down below. And we will see you in the next video, which is probably Disney again.
I think it is.
Bye.
Bye.